It is now time to drive the Audi e-tron GT, and a funny thing I realized when I compared this car to my Audi e-tron S Sportback is that when you enter the car is already turned on. Contrary to my e-tron S that is turned off and I have to press the start-stop button to start the car, here I found myself actually switching off the car because I tend to press the start-stop button and the car is already on. I've actually got 362 kilometers of range. I did charge the car fully 100% this morning and I got 399 kilometers of range, which is better compared to the 340 I could get on my very heavy e-tron S. Let's not forget this weighs 2.3 tons, which you can think it is heavy, and it is actually heavy, but my e-tron S weighs 2.6 tons. Let's drive. Let's go on drive mode. On the e-tron GT, you don't have sport or drive. You only have drive mode. And then a second thing that is different compared to my e-tron S is that despite the fact that I choose dynamic on the drive select, if I turn the car off and then I turn it on again, it goes back to the comfort mode. For whatever reason, it doesn't stay on the last mode that I have selected. So let's start in comfort anyway, for the time being. Let's go. I love the sound of electric cars. It may not be for everyone's tastes, but I do like it. Oh, wow. The power is plenty enough on this entry-level GT. The 530 horsepower here are plenty enough for the everyday driving. And whenever you need that extra power, just floor it. And obviously, compared to my e-tron S, the handling on the GT being lower and wider, and with those very, very wide tires, the handling is really, really good. Let's go dynamic already. There you go. I don't have the air suspensions on this one, just the standard one. Unfortunately, this is something that I would have also configured, but they are quite expensive. Wow, 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 wow. Plenty enough, plenty enough. Again, the handling is surprisingly very good despite the 5 meters long and 2.3 tons. Wow. It holds the road very, very, very well. Another difference compared to my Audi e-tron S is the regenerative braking. On my e-tron S, I can apply brakes with the paddles here on the steering wheel, meaning that if I want to brake the car, I would press several times here the -1, and then if you want to get away with the regenerative braking, I would press the plus. It doesn't work the same way here on the GT. The paddles are here just to select the level of regenerative braking that you want. It means that it works a little bit like Tesla. When you release the throttle, the car starts to brake and regenerate the battery, and with the paddle you can select which level of that regenerative braking you want. I have to say that I do prefer this way of doing, because the annoying thing with my e-tron S is that whenever I release the throttle, the car starts gaining a lot of speed, especially if I'm going downhill, so I'm constantly forced to apply the brake on the pedal or on the paddles. Here, like now, I'm not accelerating and the car is gently slowing down. And this is the way I prefer. We're getting now to one of my favorite road portions over here. And let's go! Wow, I can't imagine the RS with the 646 horsepower, because this is already plenty enough. Wow, 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 I love it. Obviously way better handling than my pachyderm. Of course, I was expecting this car to drive very, very well, and it does. Wow, 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 wow. And I do realize, as I always said, I'm not especially an SUV person. Then you may ask, why do you have an SUV? Because that's Wiz. So my next car, I can already give you a scoop, is not gonna be an SUV. So as promised, let's do now 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. Battery are heated now and the car is charged at 86%. So I'm not sure if there's a launch control on this car, but I'm gonna do it the way I know. One foot on the brake, one on the throttle, and we're gonna go. I could feel this time the gear changing. This car has 2 gears. Most of the time it's on second gear, but for the launch control it uses the first gear as well. And 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 3.74 seconds. Let's try it one more time. .71. It is a consistent 3.7. Wow.